What's up, people? Welcome to another vlog of Adash Automotives. We are here at Manikbag Automobiles, the Tata dealership, and we have a car to review today. And a few more of you can guess what it is. So I'll see you with the car directly. The contact for the Manikbag Automobiles is in the description below. Do check that out. So this is the car right here, the all new Tata Safari. Well, I'll show you the external bits in this part of the video, and without wasting much time, we'll get driving. So this is all new grille. You can call it the tri-arrowed setup. It's an all new grille, and the headlight and the DRLs they remain the same. The DRLs are all LED with the integrated indicators and HID xenon headlights as we saw on the Harrier. So it's the conventional setup. Straight away let me open the hood and show you. So this is the Cryotic 170 under the hood, 2-liter unit which produces the 170 stands for the horsepower which it produces. And yeah, I'll talk of the power figures and other aspects of the engine once we get driving, but for now I'll show you around. And walking around, we noticed that the wheel size has gone up by 1 inch, and the alloys remain same. The diamond cut alloys are same from the Harrier. Well, the design remains. You can see some traits of the Land Rover platform as well as the GLC and the GLA. Well, it looks really good, and the roof has a ramp sort of finishing touch here. So yeah, though the wheelbase is almost approximately equal to the Harrier, it is 60 mm longer, 75 mm wider, and it does look mighty. So at the back we have the piano black touch running all over the so at the back here we have the reverse parking camera as well as the Safari badging. It's a big font, and yeah, the design element is, you can call it as good as new, and they have done a good work on this. So the spare wheel is underneath. It isn't the original size, it is 16 inches. And let me open the boot and see the space on offer here. So with the third row up, there's you can say 73 liters of boot space, and with the third rows down you can get about, so with the third rows down you can see the space. Actually, it triples up, but in terms of practicality, Tata has kept it very real. For the third row we get AC vents, we get AC control right here, door pockets, and two 12-volt charging units here, cup holder. So in terms of practicality, Tata has done a good job. There's the light above, and yeah, for kids, and you decide to accommodate people like kids or anything, or you can choose to multiply the space and use it as storage unit. So that's about it. Let's get in the front and see what's there. So when we come inside, we have this dual tone oyster and black treatment, and leather touch handlebar for the door. So when you see this, it reminds us of the Harrier because everything is almost same, and the variant which I'm driving is manual diesel. So yeah, piano black touch and leather finish steering wheel. Even the center console and the speedo is carried from the Harrier. This is the multi infotainment system, and this is also the same from the Harrier. So we get auto dimming IRVMs. So yeah, it's pretty conventional, and as we saw on the earlier model, so there's nothing much to talk about this. And let's turn on the engine right away. So here it is. No, I don't need this, so turn it off. So the center console it shows everything, distance to empty, as well as all the other features it could get. You can toggle through the menu from the buttons right here. So instant fuel economy, it's pretty same from the Harrier. And one more thing which it gets is the Aira car connected technology, which is yet to come in the Harrier, but this car, the Safari, has it. So I'll show you the rear seat and the panoramic sunroof. So once we get in the back seat, well, you have two captain seats here and the place to get to the third row. Well, it's not claustrophobic, it is indeed very spacious, it feels so. And the panoramic sunroof, oh my god, it's huge. By huge, very huge I mean. So I'll show you how does this open. So this is the panoramic sunroof. This opens up wide enough, it's very huge, trust me. And it also has the general close system, which is like if your hand is stuck in between, it does not close, and if it is raining, it closes automatically. So that's the general close system. And yeah, rest things are pretty same. And without wasting much of a time, let's find out how does this drive. Let's find some off-road spots, because yeah, we are already late to the review and people might have already done about the on-road review. So we'll concentrate on what else does this Safari got. So let's find out. On the road, so let's do the launch. So AC off and into sport mode.
Sport drive mode activated.
ESP turned off.
Steady drive mode activated.
Yeah, that doesn't let us do it, so let's try. So revving the motor. So it does offer good amount of wheel spin. So let's do another launch in first gear, and it's in city mode with ESP turned off. So revving the motor, revs up to 2500 rpm and punch is really good and it pulls hard and fast. Though the ESP is turned off, the wheel spin is considerably good, better than the Harrier. So this engine produces a max horsepower of 170 and the torque output is 350 Newton meters at good range of 1750 to 3500 rpm. It is punchy, as you saw. The engine is pretty peppy and it has power throughout the rev band. Though we have seen this motor and on the Harrier, but the state of tune on this, I guess it's been tweaked, so it now feels punchy. And considering this car weighs around 100 kgs, roughly more than the Harrier, the performance isn't a cut down. It is very ample and feels fresh to drive. And the gearbox as well, it's very sleek shifting. The clutch is on lighter side. And yeah, since we're talking of the feedback, I'll tell you the steering is center weight. At higher speeds, it does weigh up a bit to maintain the line and give you proper feedback. But in low speeds, it's pretty light and doesn't tire you at all. This runs on the monocoque chassis, and being a body on frame platform, this doesn't feel like it is one, because the body roll is absolutely well controlled. As you can see here, there's a corner here and there's an immediate corner to my right. So The body roll is very well contained. So we have an off-road patch here. It's pretty inclined and the car takes it like a boss. So here we go again. It's a little rough road and I'll be on decent speeds. So the ground clearance, the feedback from this does the justice. Car takes on these roads very well, and the mode selector, I am not even in the rough road mode, or there are 3 modes basically: the wet and the city and the rough road, just like the Harrier. But though I'm running on the city mode, the car is gliding through these roads. The suspension is properly sprung, neither too hard, neither too soft. It accommodates a comfortable experience all throughout the day. And I'm amazed by how Tata has managed to eliminate the steering weight, which I found on the Harrier, but on this particular Safari it's not the case. The punch is very good. In fact, it pulls hard and fast. I've been telling this, but yeah, the motor is quite responsive. Gets vocal post 3000 RPM, but until then it's a very silent experience. Braking is sure-footed. It's very sure-footed, I'll tell you. Initial bite is impressive. Like, you can anchor it down from high speeds very easily. That's not a problem at all. And it's a heavy car. By heavy I mean it's over 1.5 ton. It's approximately about 1.8 tons, so it doesn't feel like one. So as you saw on these countryside roads, the car, I thought this as a challenge, and why not drive the car here. But impressed until now. I'm very impressed. We have a task here, and let's see how does this take on. Well, I'll turn off the AC and let's put this in rough road mode. So we'll try how does this go on this. Pretty well. It's easier than I thought, and it just went through. Oh, that was a piece of cake for this car. Easier than I thought, and though being a front wheel drive, it just surprised me. So let's see how does this do ahead. As you saw, a small trail. With the Safari. This is the place we got the Thar as well, but today Safari is proving to be a very good off-roader as well. The 200mm ground clearance, the 18-inch wheels. Wow, surprised. And there we have a view on top of the city. It's pretty well. I'm very impressed personally. So yeah, that's our review of the Tata 2021 Tata Safari. Well, we are surprised here by the capabilities, and yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Do not forget to like, share, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe. All thanks to Manik Bagh Automobiles for giving us the car and doing this. Well, we thought let's do a review differently because we were already late for the safari. So yeah, I hope we got you a different view of the safari on these trails and a bit on the road as well. So yeah, let's get to the road and see what a task it was.